Hello, my dear. I'm going to let you know right now, I am recording this at a weird point. There is a bunch of weird energy. I have no idea why, but about 15 minutes into a client appointment, I burst into tears. And I had felt the energy rising and rising, but I was like, what is that? I didn't know anything. And then I had to assess myself. Is it me? Is something wrong with me? I was like, no, I'm actually doing very, very well. I'm very happy. So I said, okay, let me look around, let me assess. I have rescheduled. Hello, Stephanie. We will have already had our appointment, but this is what I had to record. Someone's divine masculine is having like a meltdown right now. I don't know if it's more than one, if it's one person, if it's all happening right this second, but when I keep trying to like, what's wrong? What's wrong? I even was like, when I was blessing, I was trying to kind of get some information in the cards. Y'all, something is bad. So I've already blessed. I'm going to split these really quick. And then we're going to do an energy check-in and we'll do a spread. I don't know. The only time things like that happen is when I need to do a reading. There's like a couple other things that have happened where I knew I needed to get a download, but I just know. Okay. Big picture. What energy is divine sending into this person's life right now? This is about abundance. This is about something that lies ahead on a path, getting them to follow that path. What are we missing? This person is avoiding that path because they've been through so much that they're looking for what they would determine to be easy. They're tired, they don't have the energy, they don't have much to offer. So they're going in thinking, why would I put myself into that situation? Okay. All right. Spiritually, how are they receiving this? Yeah, Seven of Wands, not surprised. Fighting it off, doing battle with people that are trying to help, or maybe with situations that are not necessarily, there's nothing bad going on, and ignoring the thing that is actually important. Not being willing to face whatever this is. Hold on. What are we missing though? What do we not understand spiritually about this? Jeez Louise. I mean, I was kind of surprised to see the pentacles, right? That's a pretty good energy there, but now it's seven of wands, 8 of swords. What we don't understand about this is something this person has, I think they've either always been like this, they've always done this. Maybe this is a situation that's a long time coming. There's something about this that feels like this isn't just in the moment. This isn't just in the moment. This is, I can't tell. Is it something that's been brewing or something? Oh, I can't tell, but I'm telling you, it's almost like this is a consequence. This is something you're going to have to deal with. I don't know. Okay, hold on. What do we need to know in the physical? Now, this is where I feel like I felt the overwhelm. 5 of swords. Yeah. This is giving me more the 8 of swords. The putting things on the back burner is very strong here. And I think, what is it? Putting change on the back burner. Things that need to be dealt with, things that need to change, things that need to be updated, things that need to be fixed, things that need to be solved. All that stuff is being ignored. Why? Because they usually spend most of their time dealing with 1, 2, or 3 main issues that are their traumas, are the things that are the chip on the shoulder, the things that are hanging over their head. This does make me wonder energetically if we're talking about the divine masculine we addressed yesterday. The new divine masculine energy I've been trying to tap into more and more. If this is about them, if this is about the DMs we're maybe used to talking about, if this is not even really related to what kind or what level of divine masculinity they're on, but maybe something else. All I know is this feels like it's going to be a problem. This feels like divine, in order to get them on their path, is going to do whatever it takes to get them to be done with this behavior. And many of you know this is my least favorite card in the deck. When I see the Five of Swords, I kind of roll my eyes sometimes, or I kind of like, ugh, or there's just something about this energy that is just so smug, so selfish, self-serving. It's not great. And I would ask you, what kind of behaviors does your divine masculine exhibit when you think about that description? What are they typically doing? What are they avoiding? And what are the things that they focus on that they probably shouldn't? The battles they're fighting that are pretty much irrelevant, a waste of their time, a waste of their energy, and truly keeping them from their true path. What are we missing about this? The Magician. The Magician. What are we missing though, Grace? You're missing the cup. You're missing a cup. This person will not accept the cup of love. They will not drink from the cup of love. There is something going on internally that I feel like they keep choosing death. I don't know what that means yet. All right, Grace, what are you doing here? I'm really glad. Like, I didn't know if I was going to be able to get through a reading. That's why I decided to record it, because I'm going to cut out if I end up crying like that again. That was like I'm like, have you ever been unaware you're crying for a second and then realize like you're just leaking, like your eyes are just like, you're not, your body's not crying, your face isn't, nothing about you is crying except for your eyes are pouring liquid. It took me a second to realize that my face was wet, you guys. Like it was like it came in and interrupted my So I'm kind of shook because I actually have appointments after this. I need to be able to clear. This is like such a weird moment you're being brought into. So I'm like, what am I even doing here? I mean, you're gonna probably. Okay. All right. I can do this. I can do this. I can focus. Whoa. What's this about? Divine masculine. Whoa, what's going on? What is this about? What's going on? If you're going to interrupt my day, you're going to take a minute to explain what the hell's the problem, all right? Okay. What do we need to know? If there's anybody who you like, you know what this is about, please enlighten us. Please enlighten us, because I'm... All right, so let's go ahead and dive into this energy. First things first, just overall, why is the divine masculine... I mean, I'm guessing the energy would be maybe overwhelmed, upset, like what's wrong? You guys, when I tell you, like, I don't even cry like that, the way that it felt, like when I get into a situation where I'm in trouble or I'm in pain, or crying is not how I respond. I cry for like happiness or when I'm really, really angry. Those are I know that might sound insane. Okay, but like, I don't know how to describe what I felt. It's crazy. So what is happening? Like, why are you, I don't know how to ask this question. It's like, before you tell me the thing, tell me the feeling or something. Like, why is this hitting you so hard? The Lovers, babe? The Lovers. Is this an issue of your health? Did something happen? Did you get bad news? Did something go wrong? Is this an issue of the divine feminine? Like, do you... 'Cause man. Do I really believe that the divine masculine have a nervous breakdown about realizing the divine feminine, like they made a bad decision when it comes to us? Yeah, I guess I do. But that seems so strange, right? Like, my main thing is, why not just reach out? Why not just call? So if it's about divine feminine, if it's about where you're at with reunion, it's like, ugh. Look at the image, Grace. Hands open. There's this fire behind him. I don't think this is just about divine feminine or just about, I think this is like everything's bad. Oh, I just heard it happens in threes. What does that mean? Well, hold on now. 6, 3 plus 3 is 6. It happens in threes. Divine is, there's our triangle. What happens in threes? What? Death happens in threes. This isn't death though. Hold on though, but didn't I feel death at some point? Death, release, energy. This is going to sound weird, but I think I want to read from this deck. The reversal. Separation, imbalance, conflict, and disconnection. I think that this might, okay. I don't think it's all about divine feminine. It doesn't seem to make sense. I think there's going to be some DMs where, yeah, sure. They just had a nervous breakdown. They finally realized it. They finally identified. They've made a mistake. Fine. I understand that for some DMs. But for the vast majority of divine masculines, what's going to rock them and affect them like this, I think the only way that would be the case is if there was something that happened with you guys in person. That, I think, would really mess with them. But in separation, if they haven't seen you or talked to you for a while and all that, it's to me, it's more of a sadness and a pain, but not what I felt today. That was fucking crazy. So I think that this is saying it's everything. It's all the decisions I've made. It's everybody that I've been following or kind of following behind. It's how many opportunities I've lost. This person, I think this was a straw that broke the camel's back situation. I think something happened that just made them feel like, this is it. Like, this is too much. I can't. Okay. All right. So overall, this is a major arcana thing. And this is probably affecting them this way because of the fact that they are missing out on that unconditional, pure love, that hope, that peace that the divine feminine can bring, that a solid partnership would bring their life. Okay. All right. What is it about? And that might be a hard question to answer for thousands of people. If this is a lot of divine masculines, what is this about? What made you break out and decide to send a message, whether it's to me to deliver or to send a message and divine sent it through me? What the fuck is going on here? Ace of Swords. This is so strange because this energy, some of it is reminding me of this divine masculine we've been talking about lately, but it's only the visuals and not the energy. So I'm thinking, am I just too focused on that energy? What I will say, this Ace of Swords makes me think about the challenging beginning. This is a new season, or they're in the midst of the early phase of a new season, which technically that is correct just off of new wave information, just off of the information about twin flames across the globe and the situation that, or the energetic situation we've been put in. That would make sense. They are at the beginning of something, and where the divine feminine might be facing it, like we might face separation energies and be like, ugh. But when it comes to this energy of 2024, many of us have actually been getting our mind right, getting our situations turned around, getting our circumstances kind of refreshed and set up. So 2024, in terms of the new season, hasn't been as overwhelming. It's really just separation for most of us when we're, not doing well with it. Whereas the divine masculines, by avoiding their truth, their path, their, the changes that need to be made in their life for so long, This is, I think, like an uphill battle. This is going to sound strange, but here's what I just saw. I just saw in my mind someone driving on the road, and it's there's a little turn off, and it allows them to go to the base of the mountain, and now they can drive their car around the mountain and go up the mountain on the main road. But this person decided to go straight. What is that? Looks like a little dot. Ew, what is that? I don't know. This person decides to go straight, and they miss that turn. And so they know that the mountain is right here. And as they're passing by it, they realize that if they keep going, there's not going to be able to a way for them to get up there. So they randomly see an opening kind of like in the bushes and in the brush, and they just turn. And now they've got to get their car up an area that wasn't designed for vehicles. That's what I feel. I feel like this person has come into 2024 missing all the most important information. And at the same time, knowing where they're supposed to end up. Okay, so what happened was something about this start. So they're in the new season. They are. But something about the transition from the old to the new has provided more than a single challenge. It's provided, I think, quite a few difficulties for them. And something, again, the straw that broke the camel's back. It's like, this is it. That's the straw. This is this. One of these things is the straw that broke the camel's back and has this divine masculine feeling completely overwhelmed. Now, I would like to believe that if this is something that divine has sent into their life, that this would mean this person would most likely end up using that to push them forward, right? That divine is sending the right energy at the right time to get this person to finally make the change, to get this person on the right path. But we also know that some of our DMs are stubborn, and some of our DMs, they're so negative. So it's really hard for them to do that. So, okay. Why are you making us aware? What is the divine feminine supposed to know or do or understand or whatever about what's happening to you right now? Ace of Pentacles. This is so weird. This is so weird. You know why I'm saying it's so weird? Because this deck has been cleared numerous times. A piece of hair here. This deck has been cleared numerous times. I've used this during my readings today. But I'm pretty sure I remember some of like these two cards. Weren't they next to each other? So in all that shuffling, have these two cards come out in readings today? I don't think so. Yeah, in all that shuffling, these two cards stuck together. I remember. Completely different energy because we're even using it for a different position, and yet I remember. What was the message yesterday? I think the Ace of Pentacles was actually on top of the Ace of Swords. Right? Or was it the other way? I don't remember. I just know they were together. I know. This is, oh, Grace, you're being so dumb. Okay, sorry guys. I just had a brain fart. I'm literally talking to you about it right now. How we're shifting out of 7 years of Swords energy into 7 years of Pentacles energy. So what did this to them was divine telling them that I think there's still a ways to go. And I don't know if you're noticing the pattern here with the mountain seems to be a major focus. They're being told that they're going to have to go climb this mountain. They're being told they're going to have to go do this thing. And what I think they want us to know is that they have accepted it. I think that they think this is taking them further away from us, not closer. I think that might be where they're a little bit scared here, guys. Uh-oh. I think that they're worried that whatever the straw that broke the camel's back was, while divine kind of almost simultaneously is letting them know. And remember, the Ace of Pentacles is not just a sync from what I'm sensing from previous readings, but from today, the first card we saw was the Ace of Pentacles. The first thing Divine showed us was that Divine Masculine actually has something good that lies ahead. Divine Masculine wants us to know there's something good that lies ahead. But I think that the way that they're perceiving this is, this must mean that I have to go that way. And they know they've been going that way for a long time. Now, do they know that they've been in the swords energy for 7 years? No, they do not. But they do think that they've been in the pentacles energy. They think that they're a hustler. They think that they're moving forward. They think that they're doing the best they can, but they're not. They're not. But with that thinking, when Divine says, hey, there's something I want you to do, there's something I want you to pursue, you need to humble yourself and you need to do it. And they're thinking, wait a minute. This was finally it. This was finally our time. This was supposed to be the moment. I think that they are kind of having a panic attack about more than one thing. The Lovers is a card about decisions. It's about health, and it is actually about lovers. I think though this actually was you just made a mountain with your hands, Grace. This is the mountain. The mountain is life. Love, money. What was the other thing I said? And health. Your health is your wealth. These things are life. And oftentimes, if one or two are messed up, the other thing cannot stand on its own. Wow. Divine Feminine, they think separation is going to be extended because of whatever message they're getting. I don't think it's right, though. I don't think it's true. In fact, I think it's the opposite of what they think, because they're still thinking with the mind that they had before the panic came. Let me ask you a question. Have you ever, maybe once or twice for a couple of you, sure, I guess, because everybody always wants to be like, me, I did. But really, have you ever, in the midst of a full-blown, not as you're coming down, but as you're entering into a full-blown meltdown, have you ever thought to yourself, anything positive in that moment? No, because you're having a fucking meltdown. Have you ever made a rapid change in the 5 minutes of your meltdown? No, you're still the person you were when the meltdown started. This person is thinking with the mind that they had, not that the mind Divine is giving them, not with the person that they are becoming, not with who Divine has set them up to be. Oh man. They panicked. They panicked and they couldn't see the new beginning for what it was. They couldn't feel the vulnerability and think, maybe this will be a good thing this time. Maybe things will work out. Why would they think like that? Everything in their life for the last 7 years, and again, if you've listened to the New Wave Prophecy videos, since I'm over here doing this, I'm going to tell y'all. If you've listened to the New Wave Prophecy videos, especially the one Mr. Lightwork has done one video for the New Wave Prophecy. And it was him going over the download I received about what was happening in the Divine Masculine's life, essentially since 2008. Year by year. I have not watched that video because Mr. Lightwork told me that it was a lot for him. It was very overwhelming, and I want to give him that respect and that privacy. So, what was I doing? Oh, I want to show you something. If you want to know beyond the 7 years of 2017 to 2023, how bad it was for your Divine Masculine, you need to know what was happening that led them into 2017. So when you go to my website, what am I showing you? New Wave Prophecy. That's what this looks like. When you go to my website, there's all these different teachings. Okay? How do I get out of here? But here's what you need to know. Number 1 and number 4 are essentially the same information from a Divine Feminine looking into Divine Masculine energy, and then from a Divine Masculine assessing their physical world. These two are some of the most important Divine Masculine revelations that most people don't have. Most people don't know this information. The teachings cover a lot of different stuff. There's an astrology series. You want to know when your activation date was as a twin? You want to know what your birth chart, beyond your birth chart, but your twin flame birth chart is how it's affecting your life? You want to know. I also have the twin flame series. You want to understand twin flames more and spirituality and all that? I got it all. These downloads were massive. They are what are guiding most of my readings now. I'm telling you right now, this person has not just gone through 7 years of they've gone through, I mean, we're coming up on 20 years. 15 years. Oh, no. I think that might be giving me some information about the new DM too. Why am I telling you this? Because for some reason, this person needs you to know that this is scary. Meaning that before this moment of panic happened, before all this went down, they really were looking forward to these beautiful plans with you. They didn't know all this stuff was going to happen. They didn't know that the path that they've been on was wrong. All they knew was that maybe it wasn't working or this or that, but they don't understand the idea of a divine path. They just think life is life. And to them, life is hard because they can't keep it together. An ending happened, y'all. An ending happened here. When is the next full moon? This is making me think about a tower and the full moon. I saw it. I took a picture of it one time. There's a tower by where I grew up, and there was a full moon, and I think I was driving, and I was like, "Ooh, the moon is gonna rise," and I could kind of see it, and I was by the tower, so I went to where I could take a picture, and I have a picture of a tower and the moon right next to each other, and I don't know why, but I can see it, and I'm thinking, y'all, oh my gosh, when is the next full moon? October. Full moon, October. October 17th. It's a super full moon, which we knew these were going to be super full moons. When is the next eclipse? September 17th. What the fuck is going on here? I think I need to find that picture. Dadgummit. I can't. It's on the phone I'm using right now. Dang it. Something's up, you guys, and it's they do, okay, I'm gonna tell you what I see. They don't know that this is the new beginning. They don't even know the season that they've been in was a season. They don't know. They don't understand that this is a part of completing the old, that this is a part of closing out the things that just cannot go forward. They don't know all this stuff. That's why they're losing it. Okay, Divine Masculine. What are you most afraid of? With this, with the straw that broke the camel's back, what are you most afraid of? What was that deep fear? Starting over. I mean, it's tied right back to what we just talked about with being worried that now they've got to go and almost like restart this journey that they thought they were on. Mind you, they thought they were on a Pentacles journey, but they were on a Swords journey. Okay. So they don't understand. Oh man, how do you get through to somebody that's missing downloads and important information that everything's going to work out? How do you tell someone that everything's going to work out in their favor when they know they don't deserve it? Do you understand these questions? This person, the straw that broke the camel's back, is thinking that they were coming to the end, but it was really the beginning, but mixing up what's ending and what's starting, being completely confused about all of it. This is a nervous breakdown of somebody who I think is being guided to seek truth and information, to understand the importance of getting everything together. This person has been holding everything. They're holding everything together, the best they can. But it's oh my gosh. Have you ever seen that image where someone's holding on to like a rope, and because they're holding on to the rope and they're it's being pulled, they're getting rope burn and their hand is hurting. And they say sometimes the best thing you can do is to let it go. I see somebody who has like 1,000 ropes in their hand. It's not just it's there's ropes from every direction, every finger. It's like someone who put all the grocery bags on one hand or in two hands and is trying to take them all, and all their fingers are just aching. And this is someone who feels like nothing's actually changing. This is someone who was banking on change happening. This is somebody who needed to feel that. This is somebody who needed life to be different. This person has been going through so much. I don't know if this is the new DM or not. I think that this is where now it can kind of fan out to be, sure, maybe some of them are feeling this way, but I think that this is also talking about a lot of people in the Divine Masculine Collective. I think some of the stubborn DMs are getting hit with this right now, but I also think some of the diligent Divine Masculines who it just wasn't time yet, that they're dealing with this too. So, okay. How is this Divine Masculine handling this situation in the physical world right now? This is nice. I think that the feeling doesn't match the read. Do you understand what I'm saying? I mean, it did when we checked in the energy, but it's like the feeling leads them to figuring it all out. I'm wondering if that wasn't a break. I mean, I do think it was a breakdown, but I'm wondering if that's how they took it, but it was really a download, if it was really an integration or something, if it was really what Divine had been setting up all along, which was, don't just talk about it, be about it. Be the person you think you are. Go do the things. Now's the time. But if it didn't get answered exactly the way they requested it or whatever, there's something up. There's something. Oh my gosh, you guys, this is right now. How they're handling this is taking a moment to look at what they've got. And if you remember, I told you they have a wand, they have a pentacle, they have swords, but they don't have any cups. I think this person is tired. I think they're exhausted. I think they are lacking love. And it's just overwhelming for them. So even with them taking the time to look and discover and to try to remember who they are and all this different stuff, there's still this energy of, but where's the love? When do I finally get a chance to breathe and be happy? When do I get a chance to enjoy life? I will say that it's, to me, very normal after a masculine energy has like a breakdown of emotions where they show more emotions than they're used to, where typically they do try to lighten up a little bit after that. They try to act like it was no big deal. And I'm wondering if this is the resolve. It's like the straw broke the camel's back, and then the camel gets back up. It's like, oh, I'm just kidding. But it's like, no, don't lie. I felt you. What's the reversal? Because now I'm curious. Queen of Wands, King of Wands. Pessimism, unfocused, arrogance, and lazy. But the upright is portal, travel, creativity, exploration, curiosity, and inspiration. You have an idea and want to take action, but you're unsure where to start. You need to assess the details and break them down one by one to take smaller actions to support the bigger picture. You are ready to step into the unknown courageously in order to make your dreams come true. I think that the reason, because, oh no, that means I feel like I need to post this video. Oh, it's going to take time to upload though. Oh my gosh. Because that makes me feel like this means that maybe there are divine feminines who had that feeling today. Did we all get hit with it? Raise your hand. I guess I should have asked that. Did anybody else feel that? There's just this, it just feels like everything is just supercharged. There's a buzz in the air, but there's also this, it's almost like after a tragedy. Does that make any sense? Like after a tragedy, but everything's okay now, and we're all trying to kind of bring it back together, and so there's pain, but there's also hope. It's such a weird feeling. Ugh. One, two, three, three, and six. There's something going on behind the scenes. There's something going on. You know what? You can't fool me. What? I need a deck that's already been cleared. Oh man. You can't fool me, bro. Oh my gosh, you guys. Man. Hold on. It's the Lovers on this deck I opened. What's back here? And Temperance. Why did I think about Temperance? I was just thinking about it. But I can't remember why, and I don't even think I said it. Whatever. Tell me the truth. Tell me the truth, Divine Masculine. Don't... Strength. Lovers and Strength. Tell me the truth. Why are you so upset? Yeah, stop lying. Oops. Oopsie. You guys know I don't really consider it code switching, given that I'm multi-ethnic. For me, it's just different dialects. But anyways, the Tower. Something happened that made them think about all this today. Something happened that showed them themselves, that showed them a mirror. The Knight of Cups and the Magician. Yeah, there it is. There's the Cup and the Magician. Okay. What was the straw that broke the camel's back? The Seven of Swords. The sword, the Seven of Swords. The straw that broke the camel's back. I remember I said something about looking in the mirror, seeing who they become. Hermit and the Three of Swords. This feels like 10 of Swords. Yeah. It's like after all this time, is this really all I have to offer? Is this really it? And now I'm in a position where I need to do more and I can't? What were they really... What was the real reason the Divine Feminine felt what you were feeling? Why allow that vulnerable moment? If you're trying to avoid thinking about it and feeling it, then why even, you could have had that moment privately and I would not have even needed to be there to feel it. Why? Oh, Two of Swords, because they don't know what to do. They don't know what to do. They've been pretending for so long, but it's not getting any better. It's not helping them. Six of Swords. They want to go forward. Is that a boat? No, you're sitting on the edge. Oh, man. But they can't. Nine of Wands. It's like every time they try to make a change or try to make a move, some barrier is put up. Why are you so afraid of starting over? What do you think you're starting? Eight of Swords. Again, this is absolutely... We saw the Eight of Swords as a sync. This is about the Divine Feminine. I do believe that look at the truth. Look at the truth when I say don't lie to me. The Tower, Seven of Swords, Two of Swords, Eight of Swords. Are you serious? This is what they're really feeling. See, this is why sometimes DMs can get on our nerves so much, because it's either like, did you not process this yourself? Or it's like, you really thought you could get away with just painting me a picture like I wasn't going to be able to tell something's not right? Why did they tell Divine Feminine? Or why? No, that's not the question. The Three of Swords was what? Or the Three of Pentacles was what? Why are you afraid of starting over? And it's because they know they left you there. They know they put you in a bind. They know that until this situation gets resolved and they get to where they're supposed to be and everything works out and until that happens, that you're screwed. Sheesh. The Eight of Swords, and then you've got the Star and the Fool. Look at, they know. They know. They know. This is you son of a. I'm sorry, but never mind. That's not none of nobody's business but myself. All right, fine. What are you really up to? The physical world. Okay, I think we got a little message here. So the Queen of Swords came out. And I think this says, I am not just observing and looking forward. You know, the page has a little smile on his face. He's excited. No, this is, I'm observing and I'm looking back. Can you even see these with the glare? Oh my gosh. I am observing and I'm looking back. This is why I can't use these cards, because they're too dark for the camera. The Tower and all swords. Oh, hold on. I didn't, let me get this little message. Okay, so what are you clearing out? What are you getting rid of as you discover more and more about what you're being led to do? What are you clearing out? Ace of Coins. This feels like the original plan. It's almost like they're questioning, do I even really want this that bad? And I feel like that's called surrender. Okay, what else are you giving up? The Seven of Cups. But you're not looking at the cups. You're looking down. Why aren't you looking at the cups? What's down there? Is anybody else looking down? No. I think this is about a new path. It's like I'm done following. Oh, what is that? Pie in the sky? Is pie in the sky good or bad? It sounds good, but maybe that's the point, right? Like a pie in the sky dream is like not real? Is that like a when pigs fly kind of thing? There's this feeling of I'm no longer following behind crazy, silly dreams. And instead I'm looking down. Oh, I'm paying attention to the path that I'm on. What else are you getting rid of? Eight of Pentacles. Doing the same thing over and over and over again without any change. This is making me feel like I'm supposed to be like that and that. What else are you getting rid of? And now Temperance. Not the last card, though. The need to control. The need to control the flow. The need to... No, it is. It's control. Surrendering to divine. I'm giving up on doing the same thing over and over again. And I'm giving up control because controlling has done nothing for me. What else are you giving up? Ugh. I can't tell if this is wands or swords. Swords are... Yes, this is wands. 10 of wands. And this is such a good image. I can't tell. I wish, can you see it? This is such good imagery for the 10 of wands. I always talk about cleaning out the camp. You actually can really see it now. Having to clear out. 10 of wands. What are you done? You're done fighting things off. And this is another health issue. And this is pretending things are okay. I think that whatever they've been doing, whatever they've been pursuing all this time has been breaking them down, you guys. Seriously. I think whatever they've been doing all these years has been making things worse, has been hurting them. The life they've been pursuing, the idea of comfort or whatever the abundance they thought they were looking out for, it's all really just screwed them over. Let's save this. Let's save this and we'll put these to the side. So, all right, let's close this reading out because, oh my gosh. And before I forget, I've been trying to do this earlier. If you want to work with me, especially if you think this is your divine masculine, thefierygrace.com is my website. My email is thefierygrace@gmail.com. I would love, love, love to help the divine feminines who are dealing with this energy, because honestly, it sometimes sucks that we are a casualty of their war, and we have to be able to figure out how to do that. And when you've been really exhausted and tired on a separation journey, it can make it so hard. It could just make it very challenging to tolerate it, to deal with it, to allow them into your energetic field without basically just crashing, collapsing, So what does divine want us to understand about this? What feels like a nervous breakdown almost, you guys. Yeah. And how funny I put temperance there. Remember I said I felt temperance before. Why did I say that? I feel like it was over here. Because okay. Let me show you something weird. I saw we had 6-1 and then 1-3. I saw tower and I saw death. Yeah, 1-3. Then this got added in this page, and I was like, I thought about temperance, but it's something about the cups. It's something, I cannot figure out why. So I guess I'm not supposed to remember in this moment, but it's very interesting that what divine needs us to understand is this divine masculine is not a cooperative person. In fact, they can be very combative, and they can be, I don't know, the type of person that creates a lot of difficulty, kind of contrary, all right? They're not a compromising person. When it comes to stuff they don't care about or whatever, sure. But for the most part, they're just difficult. This is somebody who does not really have a lot of balance in their life. They've always been kind of one-sided. This is somebody who doesn't really understand moderation. They might have addiction issues or, an addictive personality. This is someone who divine has had to do a lot of work on. Someone who, even in the midst of, some of them might have even called you completely freaking out. And by the time you answered, straighten their face and their voice up enough to where you were fine. Just like I did when I had to get on this reading. Y'all should have seen me laying the cards out, sniffing. I got 14 freaking pieces of toilet paper over there from having to blow my nose. It was just so much. And then boom, they come in and they act like it's all good. This cannot continue. Divine is working on creating a person who is in their feminine and masculine balance the best they can be, while also encouraging them to step into their divine masculine role. What are we missing about this? What will we struggle to understand even after this card? The Eight of Swords has now shown up across 3 different decks. What we don't understand is why they won't take action. Oh, that resonates. I think I had that question about Mr. Lightwork all the time. But I think I also had that question about my own clients. There are a lot of people that I talk to that actually talk to their DM that are kind of in relationships that are again, I have clients that are married to their divine masculine. Y'all have no idea how complex this stuff is, okay? Because you can only see your journey and maybe a couple other people's. You don't know just why people say stuff about general readings and stuff the way readers are like, oh, it's a general, because we have to, because it's impossible. It's impossible for me to be able to help you individually without knowing your story, truly. I could give you some read, I can do all, but I cannot be present the way I'm supposed to. Now, I just got a message here that says 22, Master Builder. Remember, Divine Feminine, that just because Divine has put Divine Masculine in a position where really it's almost like they're not allowed to take action unless it's towards the right thing, that doesn't mean that it's not all working out. It doesn't mean that it's not all flowing. It doesn't, just because it might look like they're not changing or they're not trying or whatever, it might not necessarily mean that. I think what this is trying to tell us is that the divine masculine is being built up proper like right now. Even if it doesn't seem like it, even if it doesn't feel like it, we have to trust divine overall. Spiritually, what do we need to know is happening within them as they go through this, especially with this breakdown? I believe that they are embracing their inner light worker. I believe that they're starting to let go of the need to have the pentacle just to have the pentacle, the need to control everything now that they're realizing that anytime something's in their hands, they pick it up. Like, this person is really being prepared for partnership in ways that they didn't even realize were affecting their ability to be a good partner. What are we missing about this? Oh, the Seven of Swords again. I want to read this. There might be some area in your life where you're not completely honest with yourself or others. You don't can say, now is the time to recognize the deception or denial and confront it. Oh, you mean denial like to get into union? Oh, you mean the last stage before we finally enter reunion energies? Great. You may think that you're getting away with something, but what is the cost of your actions? Oh, what does that mean to you? How does that sit in your heart? This is why Divine is encouraging their light worker energy to come forth, because a person that is a server, a servant, in service to others, they have a real conscience, like for real. They care. They know people are depending on them. They know they're supposed to be helping. And so to ask this question, how does that sit on your heart? That's what we don't get, is that all of this is causing them. And I think that was what maybe the breakdown was about, was like dang near like a spiritual heart attack, like a hate attack. It sounds so weird, but it's like, how does that sit on your heart? To just keep living in a world that isn't you, to be pretending to be a person that isn't you, to be pursuing goals that aren't even things that you really care that much about, all for what? Your pride? Woo! Come on. Come on, somebody. Okay. All right, Grace. How is this person going to try to come off? Think about it like this. This is Instagram. This is real life. You understand? This is what I'm going to show you and pretend I'm doing, but this is what's actually happening. How is this person, because of this situation, going to be handling things to the outside world? Oh, look at me. Everything's fine. No big deal. I'm going to figure it out. I always figure it out. This is the false sense of bravado, which in some cases can be good, because when you're having a tough time, you can fake it till you make it, right? Sure. But if you've been doing that for so long that you don't actually have any faith in your actual ability to do anything, no real confidence, no understanding of how to come to a solution because you can't even get past the problem, well, that ends up stunting your growth. And so what you have is somebody who I think is going to pretend that they're on their way, that they know what they're doing, when really they're just playing pretend. They're faking it till they make it. And they don't think it's going to be anytime soon. How does this serve them? What do we not understand about this? Because if they went with reality, the reality is most of them don't deserve us. Ouch. Woo! If they went with reality, the reality would be that we don't end up happy together. If they went with reality, the reality would be that nowadays people are just intolerant and hate-filled and unforgiving. And the reality would be, if you were not here in this twin flame situation right now, I do believe there are twin flames all over the world right now that don't know they're twins in a good way, but also in a bad way. Meaning there are people out there who lack the unconditional love. They don't understand what the connection is and how they feel. And so they listen to the people around them who say, you don't need them, that dude, that girl, blah, blah, blah. Love is not real. We're not meant to be monogamous. All that, they go with it. So it's actually very good that this person is a little bit delusional, okay? Because this is going to be the thing that actually helps them over to the other side. But what's really happening? What's really going on inside? Yeah. And we can see this person actively installing new barriers. This person is either taking it down or putting it up. But I believe with what we've experienced and what they're hiding, what they don't want us to know, this person is putting up new walls. This is why they're having a breakdown, because they don't feel safe, you guys. They feel like something's wrong. I think it's very interesting that we have 19 and then we have 9. And we've got this person, he has a wand in his hand, but it's blocked by the flag of acceptance and the flag of abundance. There's a wall behind him. And for some reason, this is what he's presenting to the world. But what we don't know is in the dark of night, he goes and he makes the wall bigger. Then he pushes everybody back. He increases his perimeter. Give me 3 feet. Give me 9 feet. Give me 18 feet. This person does not want anyone around for what this is, for what's happening right now, for what's going on in their life. The Nine of Wands tells me this person is going to fight to the death. That must, aha, that's why they're carrying these wands out in the first place, because they're going over here. They're going over here to increase the perimeter. Why? Because this Ace of Pentacles, they can't deny it. It's still so important. This is something divine gave them a long time ago. They don't know how to get rid of it. They act like it's the sun shining, but I think this is a pentacle constantly over their head. And they look like these are flowers, but I think these are pentacles. Even on their head, they've got these little flowers. I feel like this is pentacles. This person is obsessed, but they can't tell anybody that. And behind the scenes, they're going to do everything they can. They even hear this lie. Oh yeah, I'm just going to try to figure it out and discover what's going on and all that. And it's like, no, you're not. You are trying to figure out how to protect yourself. Whatever divine has sent into their energy that created this overwhelming feeling has made them think that they need to lock themselves in deeper into this isolation. That's the Hermit. What are we missing? How will this serve them? Oh, well, that's good. Ten of Cups. I would like to think, remember how I said, how many of us really have ever, in the midst of like a panic attack, just become a new person? No, because you're freaking out. You're not even really in yourself. You're not even in your body in that moment. You're having, that just, Well, sometimes directly after a panic attack or something nerve-wracking like this, what do you end up doing? You try to protect yourself. You want to avoid the situation. You're trying to figure out how to fix whatever created that energy in your life, right? And so what I would like to think here is that in this person's, just the best thing they could do, the best thing they could try was to go out and protect themselves, right? But what they didn't know in doing this was that they were actually setting up the perimeter for their new kingdom. So maybe they have this little piece of land like this. And so now they're going through and they're putting up the perimeter. But maybe they find out that their land is actually this land. Picture like a little donut with me, right? And that the land in the middle, the real problem in there was all the wild animals. And now they basically just made themselves like a giant refrigerator. That might sound strange to some if you're not vegan or if you're not, eating meat and you're vegan. But imagine you've been dealing in your little tiny place. It's a jungle. It's hell. It's constantly, something's always wrong. You're always under attack. But for some reason, you barricade yourself inside. Well, guess what? If you step to the other side of it and close that off, now you've barricaded all that hell in there. I think that this might be saying, while the Divine Masculine's intention was to block themselves into a situation, what ended up happening was Divine was going to use that for good. And that very soon the Divine Masculine's going to step outside of that situation and realize they have officially closed it off, capped it off, and now they're safe. Sometimes Divine has to do things with us in a way that will work for us, which could mean it comes across as backwards. All right. Like why not just tell me what my kingdom is? And it's like, because maybe right now you're in this obsessed place of barriers and boundaries and blocking. Notice I said the donut and I said maybe this is your kingdom. But I didn't tell you that you're supposed to put a fence around the outside, because maybe it's always going to be expanding. Maybe this is about removing the things that don't serve you, keeping them in one spot so you can keep an eye on them if you need to, so that you can go off and be free. I think this is saying that in the end of this Divine Masculine who is affected this way, as Divine balances things out and helps them come to this better place, they're going to realize that was not who they were supposed to be, where they were supposed to be. And everything that they've been told outside of that darkness, outside of that place where it all made sense, it doesn't. Going out into the real world and experiencing love will tell them everything they need to know that they've been missing. So final read, final part of the message. This is for us. Everything's going to work out. Everything's going to be okay. Everything's going to be beautiful. We know this. What does divine need us to understand right now? The Emperor and the Hierophant. Number 9. You are so close. You are one step away. This person is finally starting to figure it out. Allow this to play out. This is not, you were not meant to go through this. They were. They will come out of this darkness. And soon and very soon, you too will be introduced to your, what would you call that? To where you will have dominion. Soon that information will be revealed. It will be unlocked and you will get to know everything that you were meant to know that all this time kind of seems like it's been kept from you. Here we stand at the gateway to our understanding, awareness, and what lies before us. Wow. With every nervous and unsteady step outside the veil, we move closer to a deeper exploration of ourselves and the world around us. We may seek externally on the quest for eternal knowledge, but we can also access the wisdom within. It takes time, dedication, devotion, and action to harmonize the dimensions we seek to traverse. Do you seek wisdom externally, or do you wish to align with spirit and create a more intimate relationship? Now, the Emperor. The Emperor embodies masculine energy and represents the father. He is able to calm chaos and offer authoritarian guidance. He exudes the traits of a leader, a protector, and a provider, but can be ruthless if disagreed with. Power, domination, success. Learning, dedication, order. I believe that what divine wants you to understand is that your divine masculine, as backwards and confusing and is all upside down and just as they might seem sometimes, that divine knows what divine is doing. That all of this is meant to make them into the person they were meant to be all along. And that this moment, this breakdown was most likely actually an activation. What we felt today was the pouring of cups. Okay, where are my cups? If I am doing this, there's only a moment, this moment right here, where you're in the cup where it feels okay. And then I go like that. And in the pouring, that is scary. And in the pouring, that is scary. And in the pouring, so every so often you get a moment of stability and then this. This is what divine continues to do with us. Imagine your divine masculine felt that today. I just realized it's 9/11 and I believe what I heard today was a spiritual 911 call. And I think that it's very, very important for every divine feminine who resonates with this message to figure out, what did your divine masculine call 911 for, honey? All right. I'm going to try. I don't know if the timing is going to work out right. I don't know if some of you noticed, like I think it was a week ago, I shared a video from a channel that is not tarot related at all. If there's any chance that you are interested in staying connected with me outside of the spiritual space, if there's any chance that you enjoy some of the things that I talk about and share, just as a person, if you watch YouTube other than tarot stuff, like if you use YouTube for entertainment purposes, I am going to try to link a video directly after this video. I guess it'll only happen while it's premiering. And I hope that you'll check it out. And even if you don't really like what I'm talking about or what I'm doing or whatever, if you get there and you notice it's not the same video, will you give it a like and maybe leave something in the comments? it would really mean a lot. I've always wanted to have a different type of YouTube channel. I actually kind of punked out when I made this channel. It really isn't, it's really just such a small sliver of who I am, what I do here. And I would just love if anybody's interested in just like I said, being a part of another part of my life. Just go ahead and check that video out. I think that tonight's is a long one though, so you don't have to, I guess, watch the whole thing. But yeah, I'm gonna try to incorporate more of the world outside of tarot for the people who are interested every so often. All right, I'm gonna go because this what the heck, you know? Wait, did my phone die? All right, I've got about 8 minutes before my next appointment. I've got to clear. I've got to go. So I hope this helps. And to Stephanie, thank you so much for letting me reschedule. As you can see, like this was a lot to deal with, and I'm really sorry for that. But man, I think the collective needs to know this. I love you guys. I hope this isn't your DM, kind of, but if it is your DM, I hope this explains the feeling you might have had. And I just, man, I just hope everything works out sooner than later, because this is so frustrating, I think, you know, to see this person going through this consistently, the same problems, the same issues, and knowing that it's really going to take a divine miracle for them to understand that they are their own problem. It's going to take a miracle for them to realize that they are also their own solution. And so I pray that for all of our divine masculines out there that need to see that need to look in the mirror, that they also realize that the condemnation isn't necessary. We need to move forward in power and in strength. If you have a way to share a message with your divine masculine right now, like whether you share on social media and you know they're stalking you, or you're actually friends and you can find like a meme that represents this energy, please let them know that they are worth it and worthy, because what I felt today was so fucked up. It was just so fucked up, man. It just made me feel like, geez, after all these years, this is still where you're at, you know? And it's like, no, that's not fair. Just because I've been watching readings and doing readings all these years, that doesn't mean that they have. It doesn't mean that they get it. It doesn't mean that they suddenly are just going to believe in themselves. It doesn't mean that years of abuse and pain and hurt and all that stuff that's been done to them is just going to suddenly go away, you know? So just, for God's sakes, if you feel like that in your own life, imagine how this person feels, especially being masculine and being even less likely to receive love and kindness and softness in their life. Just, geez, man, like it was just a lot. So, okay, I love you. Did I already do this? I don't know. There's my website. Oy vey. If this is your DM, we definitely need to have a talk. So go ahead and set that up. I love you. Peace.